Good morning, good afternoon or good evening, wherever you might be watching. Jeff Hudson here from United Computer Consultants. Here on the screen you'll see I have a little database of some names and addresses. What I want to do is to use these names and addresses to send as it were, a form letter. In this case it'll be an invitation to each of those people, but the only thing I want to change on the letter is the name and the address and the greeting. So my letter is that one. It's an invitation to a barbecue. BYO for the uninitiated means bring your own grog, but I'll supply the food. So what I want to do is to use word mail merge, and I'm going to show you the easy way to create a mail merge. Over here on the right hand side of the screen you'll see that there is a mail merge pane. That arrived over there when I clicked on the Mailings tab and then the drop arrow for Start Mail Merge, and down the bottom I said Step by Step Mail Merge Wizard. When I clicked on that I saw the pane arrive over on the right, so I'll turn that back on, and when I click, there it is there. Now I simply need to step through the wizard and I'll show you all the steps that you need to take. It's really quite simple, and we'll finish up with a document that I can mail to each of those people that we saw back in the Excel database. So what type of document I'm working on? We're going to be looking at a letter document. So I make sure there's a dot in there, and then right down the bottom of the pane I see next, what is the starting document, and it lets me select here. I'm going to use the current document, this one here. I could start from a template, or I could open up an existing document by going to it. So if I did put a dot in there, I would need to browse to where is the existing document, but I'm going to use the current one. So there we go. Now my next step is to select the recipients. Now I could type a new list which will create an access database in Word for me, but I don't want to do that. Most people find it easier to use Excel and just type the list in there, so I'm going to use an existing list. It is this one here, and all I had to do was to browse to that list. I've already got the file open to save some time, but when you're using this you'll need to browse to the file that has the names in it. Now it says next, write your letter, and this is where I insert the fields into the document. Now I've found the best way to do this is to click on more items, and when I click on more items, up pops the fields that are in the Excel file that I saved those names and addresses in. And again, I find the easiest way is to do this, to click insert, then go to the next one, and just add them individually, and you'll see how we can do this. Okay, and then when you put all the fields in, simply close. Now what we need to do is to click between the title and the first name and press the space bar. Between the first name and the surname, space bar. Between the surname and the rest of the information, press return, the enter key. Click between street address and the suburb and press return. And I like to have the postcode out a couple of spaces from the suburb. You can put it down the line if you wish, it's entirely up to you. So there we are. Now one more down here, I want to insert an item, so I go to more items, and I just want to insert the first name. So there we go. So I've inserted the fields from the Excel file that I typed the names and addresses in initially. Now it says preview your letters. So when I click on preview the letters, I can, if I wish, scroll through them. There's my first one, and I can go backwards and forwards to them by choosing the recipients up here. I can browse, I can edit the recipient list if I wish. I can exclude a particular recipient if I don't want that person to get the letter, but in this case I want them all to get the letters. Now the next thing it says is complete the merge, and what I do here, I can either directly print all of the letters if I wish, or I can edit individual letters, which lets me choose from just the current record to print, or from record numbers to record numbers. I want to merge them all, so I'll make sure there's a dot in all, and when I click OK, what happens? Word completes the merge, and now I see that it has added a file down here, and it's called it by default letter 2. And if I open that file by clicking on it, there it is there, and I see that there are 3 pages now, 1 page for each of the recipients. So all I need to do then is to print them off, and I can save the letter if I wish, or save that file, give it a name. There was my original document there, and there was my merged letters there. So as I page down now, I'll see that there are the 3 letters that I can now post out. They'll be printed individually, put them into envelopes, and away you go. So guys and girls, that's how we complete mail merge in the easiest way possible. My suggestion: create your names and addresses in an Excel spreadsheet, and then browse to that file when you're stepping through the wizard as your existing list. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. Love to have you as a subscriber, and would you believe we also like likes and comments. Thank you again for watching.